Musings, who I am, life reflections. Musings, who I am, life reflections. Reflections of life, love, and the pursuit of happiness. This is Mocha. Welcome. Welcome, everyone. How are you doing this afternoon? Hope everyone is well. Please click like and subscribe to the channel if you like what you hear. So, it's your girl, Mocha, and I wanted to do a special segment on here about work from home. I know a lot of people are looking for jobs, and some people, to be honest, are not aware of the different type of jobs that work from home gives you. I believe the industry for, working remotely will only interest certain type of people. And honestly, I just fell into a remote position at the end of 2019. I was um I had applied for a position earlier in 2019 and they had my application, but again, when I applied for the this claims management position, I didn't think they were going to hire me because I didn't have any, and I when I say zero, I had zero experience in claims management, but I had tons of experience with you know providing um, customer service and having good, excellent professional skills. Um, and having strong office skills. And I think that if you have strong office skills, you can speak well over the phone, you can follow up on emails, that you can be professional in your emails and writing, and you're a good team member. You know how to collaborate with others. Most importantly, if you have to directly speak with clients or patients, you can represent your organization well. I think that a lot of people would also be doing what I'm doing, which is working remotely. Now, my position when I applied for it, it didn't ask for a certain um it didn't ask for anything but you having for me, I'm doing a position where in claims management you have to be able to help to return people back to work. So I'm working a vocational aspect within claims management. However, I work with people who are claims analysts, claims specialists. I work with some RNs, but the people that are claims analysts and claims specialists, really, they do have to get some certifications, but a lot of these insurance companies will hire you and they will provide a lot of things. So I'll go quickly over a few things that surprised me when I got my job. Number one, my organization, I won't say the name of the organization, but my organization, they pre screened me and they did not see me sight unseen. They hired me based off of my credentials and based off of my background. But my organization, on the third day of training, they provided all my at home work equipment, laptop, monitors. They gave everything that they needed to make sure that I could be success in the job. And most importantly, they gave me a competitive wage. In insurance, most of these insurance companies will pay you well. That's all I'm gonna tell you. So yes, you could work home and sometimes you do not need to have a lot of experience. Again, although I had a lot of experience working jobs, I did not have any experience in claims management. And there are a lot of work from home insurance jobs out there. And I believe a lot of people just don't know where to look. And you might ask, well, how did you find your job? Well, I was looking online. Um, and it so happened that the first semester of my postmaster's program, my instructor had mentioned that there are private the private insurance industry pays well. And I was like, yeah, okay, cool. They're not going to hire me because I don't have enough experience. And so after that first class, I got curious. And so I started looking for like vocational case manager, all these type of positions. And I saw a position. I didn't know it was an insurance company. I didn't know too much about that industry, but they called me and they asked me, hey, are you interested in, working? It is a remote position. And he told me during the interview process, it was remote. I'm not thinking I'm going to actually end up with a remote position, but that is exactly what it was. They actually were and offered remote. Now, I will say this. When I took the job, even though it was mainly remote, they were telling me, this is before COVID. They were like, oh, you just need to go out to client site once a week. And I was like, okay, I'm cool with that. I used to travel so much in working that I didn't mind like going out once a week to go meet with an HR person or someone or a client. It didn't matter. But because of COVID, everything got shut down, obviously. And um, I think it's been a year, more than a year. This year, they gave me a contract to be a full time remote worker, and I was like, "What? This is wild." Because before I took this job, I honestly was I wasn't sure what I was going to do. I was probably going to work another year at a job that I was burning out of, and I was going to just move out of state and go somewhere else. But at that time, I was thinking about just going back to the Midwest. Um, but anyway, so with that being said, let me stop talking. And I'm gonna show you a couple jobs that are out there right now, so we could just kind of talk about what the industry has out there, and at all levels, whether they're looking for zero experience or 3 years experience, what credentials that you need to have, and what kind of skill sets they want you to bring to the table. What are they looking for in the job? In my job, just FYI, my job requires strong, detail oriented skills. I have to be on top of my emails. I know I talk to all levels of stakeholders. So that means I need to know how to talk to maybe aggravated clients, people playing games. Sometimes I'm talking to really great staff that are really cool, and then I'm talking to staff that's short, that they don't, they have a certain personality. But at the end of the day, I have to be as professional as possible. So I have to have strong customer service skills, interpersonal skills, and writing skills, and detail oriented skills. And when I was in the nonprofit area, I was using those same skills, but I was not being paid at the level that I am now because I'm in a competitive role. This role is competitive, and insurance companies traditionally will pay higher. For example, claims analysts and claims specialists at my organization, the entry level for those positions are around 55,000 a year on the low end. And that's coming in with no experience. Maybe you have a lot of other experience in other areas that they can verify. Um, and it's a good pay to be sitting at home with your laptop and having your coffee. I remember the first year, no, the first couple of months that I worked the position. This is just before COVID hit. Um, it was weird because I had been working in an office, and no, not an office. I had an office inside of a nonprofit residential program, so I was always around a lot of people. So I would say this: if you're looking at working from home, one, you should be a person who wants to work at home, and two, will not miss like the office environment. Don't do this type of role if you are a person who is going to miss the coffee house or the the gossip in the lunchroom, the individual who needs to go around in the morning and say hi to everybody, the individual who is used to going to multiple meetings on site. Because when you're working remote, you have to really be okay with being by yourself. And if you are at home and you have children, you have family members, they have to understand that you're working at home and you are not, you got to have a balance between work and home. So, for example, you have young kids at home, but maybe you have a partner that can be watching them while you're supposed to work. Like, figure out the rhythm and how you're going to be able to do that, because you do need to work. And just because you're at home doesn't mean you're lazy in all day. They will be able to tell by your performance what you're actually doing. And I say that because some people think that we have luxurious lives, like we don't do any work. I've done the most work in this position, but I've done the best work in this position. I mean, yeah, I had pretty good numbers when I worked in nonprofit. The amount of people I'm able to impact in this role is so much higher because our client is a large company with a lot of essential workers, and I work with a lot of essential workers and helping them to go back to work, that type of thing. I have to be on top of documentation. I'm reading legal briefs. I'm reading medical. You got to have glasses on, but it's a lot of work. It's not just sitting around twiddling your thumbs, but it's very relaxing when you can work in your own home. You can get up in the morning, make your breakfast. When I worked in another industry, I was always running, running, running. It took me 2.5 hours each way to go, commuting wise. And this is so much easier. So I said that to say, one, be able to work at home because you like working at home. Two, have your work environment, home life set up. It's best to have a computer or a station, a little corner in your house, some kind of space in your house that's quiet and you can concentrate and do your work. If you have a rambunctious bunch of people in your house and a lot of people coming in and out of your house, this is not the role for you because you need to be focused. At times, your organization may have a pop up meeting. You might have to do a lot of meetings on video. Make sure your background is clean and neat because people are looking. So, and be dressed appropriately. Even though you at home, if you're going to be on a meeting, just make sure you have like a business blouse or what do you say, business casual. Women or men, business casual, right? That's a consideration. Make sure you're in a noise free environment. um, Make sure that you're able to do the job, because sometimes people like want to hurry up and get like a remote position because of the money. And yes, the money's good, but if you're not able to do that job, it would not be good for you to put yourself in a situation, just because somebody gave you a computer, a laptop, um, to do a job. You're expected to do the job, and they're not going to babysit you. But because you're at home, you got a cell phone, you got whatever, they can track and see everything that you're doing. I would say the biggest thing that you need to be careful of, if you are working from home and you're working from home on company property, not your own, if the organization provided you with a laptop, if they provided you with like a computer, do not be doing Facebook on your laptop, work laptop. If you have a work phone, use that for work only. I have had my work phone for a very long time. I don't do anything on that phone except for business calls, calling clients, and calling HR professionals or whatever. And when work is done, I put that phone down. When I'm on vacation, wherever, I usually don't take that phone with me unless I'm going to do something for the organization. Because is digital technology out there, they can put all kinds of software on your computer. So of course they can see what you're doing. Now, if it's like you checking your email every now and again, but if it's like you literally not doing any work, they're gonna look at that too. So I'm just giving you these tips because I've been doing this for a while. Anyway, let me show you some video, some jobs. And you like, she gonna talk to us the whole time? Yeah, I'm going to show you some things now. Okay, we're gonna go to Indeed.com. Indeed.com. Here we are. Here we are. Here we are. So if you go to Indeed, I'll go to the top. You go to Indeed, just type work from home and then whatever industry you want to look for. And on this particular one, there's a work from home sales rep entry level. Entry level, like I told you, entry level is pretty good. Look at this. This is 57,000 a year. Now, experience, it looks like you need to have sales and you might have to have a license. So some of these will require some kind of license. Let me see what they're asking for. You're working 6 a.m. to 1 a.m. Central Standard Time, 7 days a week. That's for somebody who wants to do that. They want you to be highly motivated, enjoy being rewarded for your efforts. If you have a PNC license, they will give you 1,000 on-sign bonus after 6 months. This is the good part. They're telling you in this what you need. You need a reliable internet web plug-in, Ethernet network cable, dedicated workspace in your home. We already covered that. And then they will provide the equipment. They're only asking for high school diploma or GED. They're also letting you know which states that they cannot do this position in. They're not sourcing for. You cannot apply for this if you this position is not available in California, New York, Alaska, and Hawaii. So that's pretty good. So sorry about that. So basically, this is a good one, and that's that. So that's just one. Now they have a couple others that I ran across. Customer service representative, and that's a remote position. They're only asking for high school background, and they said they're urgently hiring full-time, part-time, temporary. Let me see. You need to have 1 year of customer service experience. 1 year of customer service experience. So that's pretty good. And your education, you just need to have high school diploma. Okay, so they're telling you that even if you apply for the part-time position, it's seasonal, but it could turn into a full-time job. Okay, so you got to pass a pre-employment drug test. You got to be motivated, ability to handle customer concerns, ability to work in a fast-paced environment. And again, this is a remote position. And I chose insurance because I was curious to see what else is in insurance at this point. It's a lot of stuff in insurance. And there are work from jobs in all industries, healthcare, education. It's a lot of stuff. So I might do some additional ones just so you guys can see what is out there. Okay, here we go. Claims adjuster, remote, 28 an hour, full-time temporary. And they're looking for people who have some experience in claims investigations, dealing with flood claims investigations. They probably gonna get paid a lot of money, but you know, you got to have experience for this one, because if you don't have experience, don't apply for it. That's what they're saying. Let's go to and they're looking for experienced claims specialist. This is Liberty Mutual Insurance, remote, 51,000 to 6 figures. Jesus, that's a lot of money. Yeah, so there's one job that I want to show you. I'm gonna take a break from this, Sheen. I'm going to show you another one that I thought was pretty cool. And let me see if I can pull it up. It's a claims management position at Rhino. Rhino is an organization, it's an insurance company. They work with renters. Okay. So claims analyst, let's read this. It says develop best in class claim experience, including skills, including investigation, resolution, operations, be providing a timely and accurate review and adjustment of claims, enhance relationships with our partners and renters, increase subrogation recovery efforts on approved claims, get customer feedback, and provide ongoing support to the claims team. Any one of us could do that, right? It's pretty much. And I work with claims specialists. This is what they do. They basically have to run investigations on claims. So say like there's a claim and the person said that, something happened. You have to follow it through. You have to check, with the company or the organization. If it gets to where you have to run actual investigation to see if people are being fraudulent or not, yeah, you do all that. So let's see. They're saying that you don't need to, you can have 0 to 3 years of professional experience, either, and having strong customer service skills, as I mentioned earlier in this episode, is great. Be a team player. That's exactly what they're looking for. You need to have excellent communication, verbal and written. Boom. I already talked about that. Understand basic insurance concepts, claims, and policy coverages. You feel comfortable using Google Suite. We all have Google Suite. That's under Gmail. If you have Gmail, and you have Google Docs and you have an email, that's pretty much what they would be utilizing for their workers most likely, and using any kind of workplace technology and flexibility. They're looking for individuals that can be a little bit flexible. So because there is insurance licensing required, this organization would help you get that. They're giving you paid time off to complete a training and the examination. What? It's a good job, y'all. This is a good job. And I was looking up about this position. It looks like there is it starts off at 55,000 a year for this specific position. So I thought that was really great. And the benefits. Let's look at their benefits. So this company is called Rhino. RHINO. Um, they have unlimited PTO, stock options, remote work program. So this they're putting it in the benefits, which is great because I've never seen that before. When I applied for my job, they didn't have remote work listed as a benefit. And also when I got my job, I heard from some staff, they're like, "Oh, only certain people get remote jobs." And I was like, I guess I ain't really got it, but I do have it. So I ain't telling my head. I ain't want to, get into that conversation. But it also gives you parental leave, wellness perks, gym, some kind of city bike membership, commuter benefits. If you are traveling to work, you can get a flexible spending account, and that can help too. So this is a pretty good job, and they have other positions as well. I thought this was good because it really kind of breaks down what they actually are willing to give you, and so that's pretty good. So as far as I want to see what else they have. Um, okay, so we got remote from home. Let's see if we can find some more. Um, I'm gonna go back to Indeed just to see what else they have there, and then we're gonna wrap this up in about 10 minutes. But um, I thought it would be good to look at this because, like I said, in the previous years they had, homework schemes. I'll call them schemes. Those are the where people were like, you're stuffing envelopes or something shady. They don't do that anymore. We've we've graduated. So okay, so we have a lot of seasonal positions. Oh, here we go. Wait a minute. Did I ask for New York? No. So right now, there's like job coaching, literary, benefit sales, 30,000 to 82,000. Sales rep, sales appeals specialist, quality insurance. They have a lot of jobs in that. I know that there are healthcare organizations like CVS. I'm just being nosy right here. Okay. So CVS Health, see, CVS has a work program, remote jobs. And I thought that was kind of cool. They have their own jobs. So here we got customer service representative. This is outside of insurance, but this is still good to look at. They looking for individuals that have customer service in the background and maybe military and a high school diploma. You need just to have 6 months experience in customer service, call center, retail. It tells you right there, Microsoft Office. And now they have these jobs all over. As far as pay for these, I think they're a little bit on the low end. I think they're around maybe under 20, maybe 16 or 20 an hour. But meaning, being that you would be at home, it's not bad. They also have claim benefit specialists work at home. That's kind of cool. So let's see what they're asking for. Hold on. I can't get this thing to work for me. Okay, bachelor's degree. You need to have a bachelor's degree for this one. Experience in transactional production environment, experience with Microsoft Suite, which is knowing Word, PowerPoint, Excel, Outlook, strong verbal and written communication skills. I don't know what um, their actual salary is, but I could Google that real quick. I just curious myself. So claim in specialist. Oh, okay. Okay. So look like I'm about to find out. It's not a lot of money, but being that you at home, this I mean 38,000 a year, but you at home and you don't have to pay for commuting. Depending on your cost of living, that might rock with somebody's personal situation. Um, sometimes people, also have to look at the benefits. And one of the benefits for me is that I'm saving $400 a month on transportation because I work remotely. Before I was working, in the traveling, and I didn't make the money that I was supposed to. That money that I was making was going down the drain for transportation and my food costs on the East Coast. And when they said, "Oh, you don't have to travel anymore," I was like, "What?" And I just saved money. I save money because I don't have to be out here grinding. So, working from home has its benefits. I wanted to touch upon insurance because that's my industry. And it's really, like I said, it's really convenient. Depending on the organization, if you do end up interviewing for a remote position, I will give you some key things to consider before we wrap this up. And thanks for listening. One is you need to make sure that you don't assume that they're going to give you a computer. So go in asking what is going to be provided. Are they providing XYZ? Because I know some people during the pandemic and they had to work remotely. And some of my friends was like, "How did you get your computer paid for?" I was like, "They provided it to me." They were like, "No, my company, I got to use my personal computer." So if you have to use your personal computer, that's different from someone providing it to you. Some of the companies like Apple and Google and other organizations actually come out to their employees' house and like look at the space and build out an office in the house. Like that's on the higher end. But on the lower end, they may not provide that. So if they don't provide it, is that a deal breaker for you? Don't know. You have to think about that. Number two is in terms of internet. My current company pays for, I would say, 80% of my internet. So, my internet is usually like $70 or something, and they pay like 50. And I get reimbursed. So you have to find out, are they going to reimburse you or are you going to be paying that out of your pocket? Those are things to be considering. Also, is there flexibility for your work schedule? Fortunately for me, I have the schedule I wanted. I never wanted to work late. I used to work a real weird schedule when I worked, a previous job where I was just like working 8 to 4, no, 8 to 5 or something like that. And then certain days I had to work 11 to 7. It was a nightmare because I was running to leave there to go to classes and stuff. And so I don't have to do that anymore. But is there flexibility in your job as far as what kind of work schedule you want? And you need to balance that out with your work life situation. If you have children at home, do you have to get your kids to school and stuff like that? But if you have a nice good rhythm and a great support system at home, then this could be a great opportunity for you. Insurance is overlooked. A lot of people don't look at insurance companies. I would tell people anytime, do not overlook your skills and abilities for jobs and think outside the box. I am a former employment specialist and I am a vocational specialist. So I know what I'm talking about. I used to talk to my clients all the time and get them jobs. And a lot of times we get in our own way. We're like, oh, nobody's going to hire me. Oh, I don't have that experience. Well, put the application in anyway. You never know what's going to grab an eye of a recruiter or hiring manager. You don't know. With that being said, that's it for now. I will come back with another work from home episode in, I don't know, next month probably. We're still in the summer. People may still want to go out and get something, or you may want to stay home and, maybe work part-time, get you a temporarily remote position to get you over into the fall. The fall is going to come quicker than we like. I'm telling you, because July is coming. We're in a month, like literally 2 weeks, 3 weeks, we will be in July. July, we got August, and boom, school starting again in September. So I'm just looking out for y'all. But anyway, I'm going to talk to you guys soon. I thank you for listening, of course. And if you found something useful, give me a thumbs up and leave a comment the um in the comment section, and let me know if there was something that surprised you about the insurance industry and the type of jobs and the type of pay. Like I said, all the insurance companies are private companies, so they can pay you traditionally a little bit higher than nonprofit community-based organizations. So that's that consideration. But anyway, take care. I'll talk to you guys soon. Welcome to my channel. Please click like and share. Thank you.